Safety check. Engine master 1 and 2 off. Ignition selector normal. Weather radars off. Wipers off. Starting emergency external power. Batteries 1, 2 on. ADAS now. Overhead panel. Ground control on. Crew oxygen on. Navigation strobe lights on. Emergency exit lights armed. No smoking on. Seat belts on. Fuel pumps on. Start the APU. APU master on. One, two, three. APU start button on. Powering up. Battery 1 and 2 check off. Checking voltage. Off. External power on. Navigation logo lights on. APU fire test. APU master on. APU start on. External power we'll keep it on. Cockpit lights as required. Parking brakes on. Check ACU brake pressure. Checked. Flaps position match. Ground spoilers retracted. APU bleed. APU is available. APU bleed on. Air condition panels as required. X-bleed auto. Temperature selectors just tested. Electric panel check. Generator fault. Vent panel check, no white lights. ECAM recall button. Normal. Door page check, cargo's cabin open. Hydraulics, oil quantities is adequate. Emergency equipment checked. Circuit breakers checked. External workaround performed. Preliminary cockpit preparation. Aircraft documents, maintenance logs checked. Gear pins and covers removed. Ground control on. CVR test done. Evac panel captain. Strobes auto, beacon off, seat belts on, no smoking auto, emergency exit light arms. Cabin pressure, no white lights. Air condition panel, no white lights. AB bleed on, X bleed auto. Radio management panel. Radio management panel on. Green navigation check on. Off. Select flight off. Frequency 8 is 127.2.
Hold short instructions. VFR departures contact
QNH,
clearance delivery on 128.2. Advise on initial contact you have information Yankee. Christchurch International Airport, information Yankee. 0530 Zulu. Wind 045 at 9er. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Temperature 22. Dew point 13. QNH 9er 6. Arriving and departing runways 02, 2, 11. Visual approaches in use.
Temperature 2.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions.
Information Yankee.
VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 128.2. Advise.
Clearance delivery 128.2. Christchurch clearance delivery Sri Lankan 1123 with information. Yankee requesting IFR clearance to the destination airport Queenstown as planned.
Sri Lankan 1123, information Yankee is current. Clear to Queenstown via the ATSA 1 Quebec departure that is filed. Departure runway 20, initial climb 4000. Departure on 123.6, squawk 5251.
With information Yankee clear to Queenstown via ATSA 1 Quebec departure, then as filed departure runway 20, initial climb 4000, departure on 123.6, squawk 5251, Sri Lankan 112.
Sri Lankan 1123, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when ready.
Going for ground on 121.9. Bye bye. Aircraft status, engine okay, ARAC cycle updated. Departure runway 20 at SAC 1 Quebec departure. Good transition. Arrival 2-3. Performance calculation, flaps 1 plus F, load sheet, okay, calculate. V1 138 138 139 flexing 70 downs 0.2. Flight deck to ground, we will be ready shortly.
Ground to flight deck, copy that. Let us know when you're ready for pushback.
Christchurch ground, Sri Lankan 1123 with information Yankee, ready to push and start.
Sri Lankan 1123, Christchurch ground, push and start approved. Face northeast.
Push and start approved, faith northeast, Sri Lankan 1123. Altimeter set, QNH was 0996, flight directors on, landing button off, it is as required, speech mac dashed, heading dash, initial climb 4000, standby instruments check, clock check, anti-skid nose steering on, audio control panel check, weather radar off, ECAM status page checked, ECAM pressure page checked, thrust levers idle, engine 1 and 2 switches off, engine mode selector normal, parking brakes off, transponder on, all passengers are loaded, load sheet received, takeoff briefing, weather normal, aircraft is an Airbus A320 IAE engine, no NOTAMs, no noise abatement procedures, taxi route. We are going to taxi via Alpha and Alpha 2. Automation, engine out procedure, miscellaneous check. Seat belts on, fuel on board checked. Flight management computer takeoff data checked. MCDU plan verified. External power off. Windows and doors closed. ECAM door page. Closed. Beacon on. Parking brake set. Before start checklist complete. Flight deck to ground. We are ready for push and start. Facing northeast. Flight deck to ground. We are ready for push and start, facing northeast.
Ground to flight deck. Alright, release the parking brake now. We're going to start pushback, facing northeast.
Brakes release, you can start pushing back.
Roger, stand by.
Captain, the cabin is ready for takeoff. I've informed the passengers about the safety procedures and my
Starting
crew is
engine
prepared
2.
for departure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Sri Lankan Airlines Flight 1123, departing from Christchurch to Queenstown. My name is Leopold, and I'm your lead flight attendant today. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues, Anushka, Rohan, and Priya. We are thrilled to have you with us. Before we take off, I'd like to go over some important safety information. First, please ensure your seatbelts are fastened. To fasten your seatbelt, Insert the metal tip into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle. In the event of a sudden loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen, place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on before assisting others. For our overwater flight, life vests are located under your seats. To use them, pull the vest out, place it over your head, and pull the straps around your waist to secure. Inflate the vest by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes. As for emergency exits, there are 2 doors at the front,
After start
2 over
checklist,
the wings, and
sorry,
1 door at the back of the aircraft.
starting
Please
engine 1.
take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. We expect our flight time to be approximately 35 minutes. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Christchurch ground, Sri Lankan 1123 is ready to taxi.
Sri Lankan 1123, Christchurch ground, taxi to runway 20 via Alpha, Alpha 2. Confirm you have Yankee, sir.
With information, Yankee taxi to runway 20 via Alpha, Alpha 2, Sri Lankan 1123. After start checklist, engine mode select normal, AP bleed off, AP mast off, engine NTS off, ground spoilers arm, rudder trim 0, flaps config 1+ F, pitch trim 0.2 down, ECAM status checked normal. Left side is clear, right side is clear. Flight control check, full up, full down, neutral, full left. Full right normal, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Brakes released. Takeoff configuration normal. brake check, pressure seal.
Sri Lankan 1123. Contact tower on 118.4. Take care.
Tower on 118.4. Bye bye. Tower Sri Lankan 1123, holding point Alpha 2, request departure.
Sri Lankan 1123, runway 20, wind 080 at Nina, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 20, Sri Lankan 1123. Take off. Set. Manflex 70 SRS, runway Autodas Blue. (100 knot) check. V1 rotate. Positive climb, rear up.
Switching to departure on 123.6, Sri Lankan 1123. Christchurch departure, Sri Lankan 1123, evening climbing past 1500.
Sri Lankan 1123, Christchurch departure radar contact. Climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, Sri Lankan 1123.
Sri Lankan 1123, contact Christchurch approach on 120.90.
Switching to Christchurch approach on 120.90, Sri Lankan 1123. Christchurch approach, Sri Lankan 1123, evening, climbing past 4,000 feet for flight level 200.
Sri Lankan 1123, Christchurch approach identified. Good evening, QNH 90906. Sri Lankan 1123, Christchurch approach, climb and maintain, flight level 260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260, Sri Lankan 1123.
Request to descend to 3,000 feet.
Jetstar 6925, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Direct Vander, climb to flight level 210, Hotel Alpha Sierra.
Hotel Apla Sierra, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Climb to flight level 280,
Dear guests,
Hotel
we are
Alpha
now at a
Sierra.
safe altitude and you are welcome to use your electronic devices. Please
Hotel
ensure that they are
Apla
set to flight
Sierra, flight
mode.
level
Enjoy the
280.
flight, and if you need anything, just let us know.
Sri Lankan 1123, contact Christchurch info on 121.25.
Contacting Christchurch info on 121.25, Sri Lankan 1123. Christchurch info, Sri Lankan 1123, evening, climbing past 12,000, aiming for flight level 260.
Sri Lankan 1123, Christchurch info identified. Good evening.
Climb to flight level 280, Hotel Alpha Sierra.
Hotel Apple Sierra. Contact Christchurch info on 121.25.
Lankan 1123, Christchurch info, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Climb and maintain flight level 280, Sri Lankan 1123.
Cessna Victor Hotel, Hotel Alpha Sierra, Christchurch info, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb to flight level 370, Hotel Alpha Sierra. Climb to flight level 400, Hotel Alpha Sierra.
Living my dreams together, Sri Lanka.
123 approach, Al Route 5 Bravo arrival. Will anticipate descent in about 5 minutes. Sri Lankan 1123.
Captain, we have a situation in the cabin. A passenger in row 12 has lost consciousness. They were feeling a bit lightheaded during the snack service.
Sri Lankan 1123 request descent.
To inform you immediately.
Sri Lankan 1123, descend your requested altitude.
Descending to requested altitude, Sri Lankan 1123.
Altitude flight level 150, Sri Lankan 1023.
Sri Lankan 1123, negative, descend to your requested altitude.
Request descend into flight level 150, Sri Lankan 1023.
Sri Lankan 1123, descend your requested altitude.
Descend to our requested altitude, Sri Lankan 1123.
Sri Lankan 1123, descend requested altitude.
Descend to requested altitude, Sri Lankan 1123.
Sri Lanka Simpaya Ahasesina Mawanda Kuanto Tupale Sita Sabaluk Danina Simpaya Simpaya Sri Lanka Re Simpaya Pia Sarakara Muekata Navaluk Dakina Simpaya Simpaya Sri Lanka Re Simpaya Pia Sarakara Muekata Navaluk Dakina Sri Lanka Simpaya Ahasesina Mawana Kuanto Tupale Sita Sabaluk Dakina Simpaya Simpaya Sri Lanka Re Simpaya Pia Sarakara Muekata Navaluk Dakina
Sri
1123, contact Christchurch info on 122.2.
Christchurch info, Sri Lankan 1123, evening, maintaining flight level 150.
Sri Lankan 1123, Christchurch info identified. Good evening.
Sri Lanka, Christchurch info, Sri Lankan 1123 requesting RNAV Zulu runway 23 approach.
Sri Lankan 1123, expect the RNAV Zulu runway 23 approach into Queenstown. ELRU 5 Bravo arrival.
Expecting the RNAV Zulu runway 23 approach. ELRU 5 Bravo arrival. Sri Lankan 1123.
Sri Lankan 1123, descend altitude 8,000, turn right, heading 265 vectors for the RNAV runway 23 approach. QNH 997.
Descend altitude 8,000. Right heading 265 for vectors to the RNAV runway 23 approach. QNH 997, Sri Lankan 1123.
Sri Lankan 1123, contact Queenstown approach on 125.75.
Switching to Queenstown approach on 125.75, Sri Lankan 1123. Queenstown approach, Sri Lankan 1123, evening descending through flight level 140.
Sri Lankan 1123, Queenstown approach identified. Good evening, expect the RNAV F runway 23 approach into Queenstown, QNH 997.
Expect the RNAV F runway 23 approach, QNH 997, Sri Lankan 1123.
Sri Lankan 1123, turn right heading 250.
Turning right, heading 250, Sri Lankan 1123.
Sri Lankan sim ailo Tuan kale dige Letsilehi ivate Audine alaya Dena nekavamade Ratriye viyane Aruvandata dilenna Ingi telling nisale Yan ragena ganna Ira hatana hatavatin Itata paliyanna Samangiyeng piyambana Ape Sri Lankan sim ailong Samagiyeng kadusulu Damana bika adinna Iyapat miururu Hadavata terakinna Maudine adare Yamuta hammalinga Api Sri Lankan sim ailo Sialla mattenna Aruvandata dilenna Ingi kelin nisale Yan ragena ganna Ira hatana hatavatin Itata paliyanna Samangiyeng piyambana Ape Sri Lankan sim ailo Samagiyeng kadusulu Damana dika adinna Iyapat miururu
F-18 10,000, right heading 255 for the RNAV runway 23 approach, New Zealand 607.
Api Sri Lankan sim
07, turn left heading 210.
Sialla mattenna
Sri Lankan 1123, turn left heading 250.
Left heading 250, Sri Lankan 1123.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Terrain ahead.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Velocity 148. Climb and maintain flight level 270.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
1123. Turn right heading 245.
Terrain ahead.
Right
Pull
heading
up.
245, Sri Lankan 1123.
Terrain. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Aproximación Queenstown, Squawk 352, identifique para seguimiento de vuelo.
Approach Qantas 616 is with you at flight level 110.
Qantas 16, Queenstown approach identified. Good afternoon, QNH 998. Aproximación Queenstown, contacto radar. 4 millas al noreste.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
QNH de Queenstown 1012.
998, thank you. Qantas 616.
Just 223.
Queenstown, aproximación aquí cortando 318. Solicito seguimiento y espera.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
368 ya tiene seguimiento de vuelo.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Left 4. And maintain 8,000.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Speed below 185 knots. Until established.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Sorry, Queenstown
Terrain ahead.
approach,
Pull
correction.
up.
Qantas 616, if we could descend up to 10 or the flight level
Terrain
100,
ahead.
please.
Pull up.
Qantas 616, descend flight level
Terrain
100.
ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Approach 13 miles from left side. Turn left heading 185.
Don't sink.
And maintain 8,000 until established.
Don't
Clear
sink.
for the RNAV runway 23 approach.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
148, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't
Sri
sink.
Lankan 1123, contact Queenstown Tower on 118.1.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Queenstown Tower, Sri Lankan 1123 evening. We're established on the
sink.
RNAV approach for runway 23.
Don't sink. Don't
Sri Lankan
sink.
1123, Queenstown Tower, wind 280
Don't
at
sink.
7, runway 23, cleared to land.
Don't sink.
1123, clear to land. Sri Lankan 1123.
Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
40, 30, 20.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
5.
Sri Lankan 1123, welcome to Queenstown. Taxi to parking at your discretion and stay with me.
Taxi to parking at our discretion. Staying with you, Sri Lankan 1123.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Queenstown. We just landed, and what a landing it was. The pilot did an excellent job, and I think we can all agree it was a bit of a bumpy ride, eh? But hey, we made it safely! Queenstown is known for its stunning scenery and adventure sports, so if you're looking for a thrill, you're in the right place. The current temperature is a lovely 18 degrees Celsius, with scattered clouds above. Please remain seated until we reach our final
Alpha
parking
Bravo
position.
Charlie, 7 nautical miles,
Sri Lankan sim
entering
pilot, First
Hatton,
Officer
landing
Timothy, and the
runway
entire
23.
crew, thank you for flying with Sri Lankan Airlines. We hope you have a fantastic
DK Alpha
time.
Bravo Charlie, winds 175 at 6, runway 23, clear to land.
Rakak, kita na sitin, ape